I'm not kidding. This shouldn't work. A burger that actually feels like a burger without setting you back. Juicy, high protein, and everything you want from a real burger without making it a cheat meal. This recipe completely changed the way I do burgers. All you need are a few simple ingredients to make 4 hearty burgers from scratch. The goal here is high protein, and I've got some lean ground beef pulling about half the weight. Cheese, of course, because burgers just aren't complete without it. Some homemade high protein buns, which are what make this burger even possible, and some additional toppings. Look, I know this is lean beef, and when it comes to burgers, typically the leaner the drier. But I've got a sneaky little cooking trick that makes this work. Since I try to maximize the nutritional value of everything I eat, I'm adding one of my liver pucks, thawed, to the meat. It's an optional addition that you'll never even notice, and it makes this burger even more worthwhile. That's 1 pound or 454 grams of beef with an optional 12 grams of beef liver. I can't stand my burger patties being different sizes, so I weigh them out on my scale. 113 grams or 4 ounces each is spot on, plus 3 grams each if including liver. And since meat shrinks when it cooks, I'm making the centers of these thinner than the edges. This keeps the patties from turning into meat balls when they cook. That's 2 down and wait.
Did I do this wrong? Is my scale off?
No, it's not.
I'm gonna have to redo this anytime.
Yes, you are. Turns out the family pack is more than a pound of meat. Whatever, we roll with it. Pan goes down, set to medium high, and heat until it's hot enough to sizzle some water. This 12-inch or 30-centimeter cast iron skillet would be perfect for 4 quarter-pound patties, but we won't talk about it. Salt to taste. I'm usually generous with it, and a tip I got from Adam Ragusa some years back, a little garlic powder for a meatier flavor. These will cook and shrink and are ready to flip once you start to notice a pool of juices forming in the center, or about 5 minutes of cooking time in my case. That browning is exactly what I want. That's a lot. A bit more salt on this side. About 2 minutes later, and you can see the burger juices bubbling out and the pan looking drier. This is the trick. A couple tablespoons of water cover the skillet, and the patties are steamed for a minute or 2. For a lean burger like this trick keeps them from drying out. Since the patties are done cooking, this next step is just to lightly melt the cheese. 20 seconds later, the patties are pulled. I just cut the heat and deglaze the pan with some more water for easier cleanup later, or even to mop up some of the flavor with the buns. Patties aside, now it's on to the toppings. Pickles. These are my easy homemade fermented pickles, delicious and probiotic rich. Let me know in the comments if you want me to post the recipe. You might be inclined to slice these like normal, but I have found that doing so lengthwise helps to maximize burger coverage while minimizing slippage. I mean, look how gorgeous these are. Salty, tangy, so good. Of course, a burger wouldn't feel right without a sauce, so I'm running a little experiment. I wanted to make this a butter-only mayo, something like an aioli, but I ran into some problems. Even though all the ingredients are room temperature, the first teaspoon I tried mixing in just separated into clumps of fat. Put a teaspoon of olive oil and a bunch of whisking later, and I got the sauce to finally emulsify, but it won't hold for long. Save yourself the trouble and just mix a couple tablespoons of mayo with a teaspoon of mustard and some pickle juice. Once everything comes together, I have the first burger I've eaten in over a year because of my diet.
So good. Wow. That's a solid 7 out of 10. Maybe 8 out of 10. If it was fattier, easily 9 out of 10.
But it's a burger you can eat every day, still hit your goals, and still have room for tons of fries thanks to these buns. Check out how I make them in this next video.